In this episode, we're going to talk about the 7 things you need to know if you're pregnant with twins. If you're new here, I'm a certified birth and postpartum doula. And childbirth educator. My channel is all about pregnancy, birth, motherhood, and everything in between. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my weekly episodes. Today, we're going to be talking about those of you who are pregnant with twins. I myself am expecting twins. So today, we're going to be talking about those of you who are pregnant with twins. So when you're pregnant with twins, there are certain things that you just need to know because it's a little bit different than carrying a single baby. And I actually have a friend who has carried both, and she's going to tell us all about it. Number 1, early pregnancy symptoms may be more noticeable. Now, that could mean either way. Sometimes early pregnancy symptoms can be more intense. The reason why is because you're producing more HCG. HCG being the hormone that shows up on pregnancy tests. You're producing more of that hormone because you have more babies in there, meaning your symptoms can be worse, but they can also be less. Some people find that they don't have any symptoms at all. So if you're pregnant with twins and you're not feeling great, just know that it could be the pregnancy symptoms. They could be more intense. But if you're not feeling any symptoms at all, it's still normal as well. The next thing that you need to know is that your bump will grow bigger and faster. Now, this is something that happened to me personally when I was pregnant with my son. I was pregnant with a single baby and I never showed with him. I didn't really even look pregnant until I was almost full term. This time around, I'm showing a lot sooner, and my belly is a lot bigger than what it was with my son. That's because you're growing 2 babies instead of 1. You're carrying double the weight, so your bump is going to grow a lot faster. And it's a lot bigger than it would be if you were only carrying a single baby. This can also cause you to have back problems a lot sooner than if you were carrying a single baby because your center of gravity shifts a lot sooner. And if you haven't shifted your weight quite yet to that low center of gravity stance, you're going to be off balance and it's going to throw off your back. So, if you're pregnant with twins and you feel like you're having more back pain or pelvic pain, it could be because your center of gravity has shifted a lot sooner than it normally would. And again, I experienced this when I was pregnant with my son. I had no back pain at all. This time around, I have terrible back pain and I'm only 20 weeks. So, it's a lot sooner than I had it last time. The third thing that you need to know is that you can expect more comments on your bump. Because your bump is a lot bigger and it's a lot more obvious that you're pregnant, you're going to get more comments about it. So prepare yourself. Not every state is as comment happy as mine. Here in the South, people will stop you in public just to tell you how much weight you've gained or how big your belly is. So be prepared for that. Just kind of prepare yourself mentally for the fact that everybody is going to have something to say about your bump and how big it is. Now, the fourth thing that you need to know is that you'll need more scans. You're going to need more ultrasounds than you would if you were pregnant with a single baby. And that's just because they want to make sure both babies are healthy, they're both getting enough nutrients, they're both growing appropriately, and sometimes you'll go in for an ultrasound and they'll be able to tell which one is baby A and baby B, but sometimes they can't. And they'll spend forever trying to figure out which one is which, and then they'll have to do a little wiggle test to see which one's moving where. So it can be a little more difficult, a little more confusing to them, which means that they're going to want to see you a little bit more often. The fifth thing that you need to know is that twins may arrive earlier than expected. Most twin pregnancies end in C-sections because it's just a lot easier. Plus, you have 2 babies. So you're probably not going to be able to push those babies out vaginally. Now, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you can go into labor naturally, but most twin pregnancies are going to be scheduled inductions or scheduled C-sections just because it's a lot easier for the babies and for mom too. So be prepared to deliver your babies a little bit earlier than if you were carrying a single baby. The sixth thing that you need to know is that breastfeeding is possible. I don't think a lot of people know that you can breastfeed twins. I definitely didn't. I had no idea. I thought you had to bottle feed them or do formula or something. That's just not true. You can totally breastfeed twins. I've done a lot of research on it. It just takes a little bit longer to nurse them both than it does if you're only nursing one. But it's very possible to do it. And I think that's great because I'm a huge proponent of breastfeeding and infant carriers. And the seventh thing that you need to know is that it's double the joy. It's definitely harder and it's definitely more challenging, but it's also twice the joy. I think that's something that not a lot of people mention when you're pregnant with twins. It's a lot harder, it's a lot more work, but you're also getting double the love and double the joy. So it kind of balances out, I guess. So if you have any questions about anything that I've mentioned today, please leave them down below. If you're interested in learning more about what it's like to carry twins, I did a more detailed interview with my friend who's carried twins. I'll link that video down below so you can watch that after this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video.